one, introduction to statistics. We already learned how statistics develop from past to present. Next, definitions of statistics, characteristics of statistics, divisions of statistics, functions of statistics, limitations of statistics. We already discussed in the previous classes. In this class, we are going to discuss scope and application of statistics. Scope and application of statistics. Scope is nothing but how range you are applying the statistical techniques. Here scope is widely we are using the statistical techniques almost all in all the subjects. Example, government, business, commerce, psychology, educational field, defense, science, social sciences field, language, almost all the subjects we are applying the statistical methods techniques in the field of other subjects. Some of the we are discussing now. The first one is statistics and state. Here state is nothing but government. In the beginning stage, the statistical techniques, the statistical methods are exclusively using for the administration of the government. That means for administrative activities purpose, government is using the statistical methods. Nowadays, in all the central and state government departments, exclusively they are using the statistical methods in their department, like finance, marketing, defense, population studies department, engineering department, agricultural department, postal and telegraph department. Almost all the departments, they are using the statistical methods techniques in their respective department. They are collecting the information, they are analyzing the information, and based on that result, they are giving the reports to the concerned government. Now, there are three organizations in our India, central government organizations. One is CSO, Central Statistical Organization. Next one is NSS, National Sample Survey Organization. Next one is IIPS, Indian Institute of Population Studies. These organizations usually they are conducting the survey, they are collecting the information, they are analyzing the data, they are getting the conclusions. This conclusion they are submitting to the as a report to the government. Based on their reports, the government is taking framing suitable policies and programs for the uh, policies regarding food shortage, unemployment, and poverty. All these policies making based on these organizations report. Next one is statistics in business. It means in commerce and business areas, as a businessman, he has to take the decision, estimation, comparison. For that, he is applying the statistical methods. Not only this one, production, marketing, quality control, or some other areas also, purchasing of raw materials, all these areas also, he is applying some statistical methods. Finally, he is taking the decisions. And also, based on some statistical techniques, he can estimate the future sales of the business, and he can predict the values, profits, sales, and based on the techniques of trends and tendencies. Next, statistics in economics. Almost all the economic factors, it may be price, demand, supply, exports, imports, all these factors, they are expressing in terms of the statistical methods. Almost all in economics, they are applying the statistical methods. They are having one branch that is econometrics. That branch is a part of statistics. And also, they are making suitable economic policies, 5 years planning, taxation, income tax percentages, exports or imports, all these information they, they are expressing in the form of statistical techniques. And also, the econometric branch is a part of statistics, and also it deals with the problems in statistics of the techniques. Next, the third one is statistics in economics. Statistical methods are useful in understanding the economic problems, formulating economic policies, 5 years planning, savings, taxation, exports, imports, etc. And their programs are evaluated by statistical methods. Econometrics is a branch of statistics which deals with application of statistical methods in the field of economics. Next, the fourth one is statistics in sciences. Statistics in sciences. The third one is statistics in economics. Statistical methods are useful in understanding the economic problems and formulating economic policies. For example, 5 years planning, savings, taxation, exports and imports, etc. Their progress are evaluated by statistical methods. Econometrics is a branch of statistics which deals with the application of statistical methods in the field of economics. In the economic subjects, they are applying the statistical methods. That branch is called econometrics. And the fourth one is statistics in sciences. Statistics in sciences. Statistics in sciences. The physical and natural sciences like astronomy, engineering, biometry. Biometry is nothing but biostatistics and pharmaceuticals. Statistical methods are exclusively they are using. Also agricultural science. Exclusively they are using the agricultural in the field of agriculture, they are applying the statistical methods and techniques. For statistics are widely used in the famous quotation saying is there, statistics without science without statistics bear no fruit. Statistics without science has no root. That's why in almost all the science, they are applying the statistical methods. Okay, now we'll discuss about distrust of statistics. Some of them, they are not at all believing about the subject statistics. They have lack of confidence about the subject statistics because some corrupted people for their selfish motives, based on that one they are manipulating the figures. Based on that one they are quoting like this, there are three types of lies. One is lies, damned lies, and statistics. That means they used statistics as a third degree of life. Their distress causes may be the following. Number one, the causes of distrust. Figures can be easily believed. Actually, what and all values giving by the respondent, the survey person, he has to accept. That's why figures can be easily believed. Next, ignoring the limitations of statistics. What and all drawbacks are there? If we ignore that, it may be causes of distrust about the subject. And also misuse of figures. They are misusing the numerical information. And inadequate sample. If the sample size is small, you may not get accurate conclusion. That's why generally you have to take the sufficient sample size, then you will get the good conclusion. This may be one of the cause of distrust. And lack of subject knowledge. Lack of subject knowledge is nothing but according to the purpose, according to the collection of data, he has to apply the suitable formula, suitable technique, suitable method he has to apply. Suppose if the lack of subject knowledge, if he applied some other formula, he may get some other answer. This is also one cause of distrust. These are the causes of distrust. They may ask you for 2 marks or 1 mark purpose. What are the causes of distrust? How to remove the distrust? What are the remedies? We will see here. First, need of caution. The person who is going to analyze the data, we have to give proper guidance. Then he will go in a correct direction. He may apply the correct formulas. He may get the correct results. And statistical limitations should be taken into consider. What and all drawbacks are there in statistics that we have to consider? Then automatically we can remove the distrust. Next, statistics must be used by the experts. Always we have to take the guidance of the expert people. Based on their guidance, we have to analyze the data. Next, analytical study of data before going to apply the suitable techniques. First of all, we have to study of the data in a in-depth manner. In this way, we can remove the distrust. Okay, these are all the things about the causes of distrust. In the first unit, we already learned definitions of statistics, characteristics of statistics, functions of statistics, limitations of statistics, divisions of statistics, scope and application of statistics, distrust about the statistics. In these things, you know that there are one mark question, 2 marks question, 5 marks question. Total you will get 8 marks in this one. The definitions, the singular sense definitions, they may ask you for 1 mark. That may be A.L. Bowley definition or Boddington definition or Croxton-Cowden definition. The Horace-Technique definition, they may ask for 1 mark or 2 marks also. Next, characteristics of statistics. It is the 5 marks question. You have to learn minimum 5 correct points. The same question they may ask you, mention any 2 characteristics of statistics. On the time you have to write 2 points. Next, functions of statistics. The functions also you have to write, mention the functions of statistics or list out the functions of statistics. You need not explain. You have to write that list. You have to list out that functions. Next, limitations of statistics. All the 5 limitations you have to understandingly, you have to by heart. It is also the worth of 5 marks. If they ask you for 2 marks, you have to write 2 points. If they ask you for 1 mark, you have to write mention a limitation of statistic. On the time you have to write 1 limitation. mention any two limitations of statistics. At the time you have to write 2 points. List out the limitations of statistics. On the time you have to write 5 points. Okay. In this one, definitely there will be a 5 marks questions, characteristics, functions, limitations, and also applications of statistics. Mention a field where statistics can be applied. It is also 1 mark question. Like that, they will give the questions. You can answer easily by understanding the concept of first chapter, that is Introduction to Statistics.